everybody. We are back. My next guest, a very funny guy whose latest comedy CD, Jake Johannsen Live, is available at jakethis.com. Please welcome Jake Johannsen. How are you, my friend?
Boy, I'm good.
You're good, yeah.
I'm happy about the show.
Good, yeah. Nice to go on after the ice cream guy.
Yeah, and the Fran Drescher picked up a homeless guy story. And,
That's what I kind of thought. Her story was this guy just came along, and then suddenly, you know, it was strange. Didn't sound healthy.
It was a little bit freaky.
Yeah, well, you settle down. It's all going to be good. You just flew in to do this show. That's very nice of you.
Well, I like to fly, although, you know, I didn't bring enough stuff to read, so I ended up looking at the Sky Mall, you know, that catalog, because you want to shop.
Sure, yeah, yeah, it has all the cool stuff.
Yeah, well, a lot of things that I don't even understand. I think they turn the oxygen down on the plane so that you'll want to buy the automatic cat box. It's got a self-cleaning thing in it.
I've seen this. It's a real thing, right? It's a cat box that cleans itself.
Yeah, and it sounds like a good idea. I mean, I had a cat, and the litter box is not the best thing about having a cat. Although, on the other hand, it's pretty cool, because I'd never had a cat growing up, and I thought you'd have to train the cat to use the litter box. You put him in there, and I'm like, okay, well, here's where you'll be using the rest, and the cat's like, I got it. Literally one time, was all, as opposed to a dog, you know, you could spend the dog's whole life trying to get through to him where he's supposed to go, and he's like, oh, outside, right, I knew that. I totally knew that. So the cat, you put him in there one time, when that's the last trick they'll ever learn. You
right.
You try throwing the ball for the cat, he's like, yeah, I go in the box, all right, so.
I'm covered.
Yeah, that's it for me. And that's why you get a cat for a pet, because they're very independent. You know, you can leave. Sometimes you're going for, I go out of town for the whole weekend and come home, and you try and give the cat a little love, and she's like, I'm busy over here with the imaginary things right now. As opposed to now, I'm married, my wife came with a dog, and the dog, you know.
That's a nice way to say it.
Yeah.
I bought this car, and it came with jumper cables. That's what it sounds like.
Well, the way I look at it is I'm marrying my wife, and then I get a lot of free material along with it, in addition to this dog. You know, and the dog is, you leave the house for 5 minutes, and the dog's like, thank God you're back. I thought you were dead. I don't know how anything works. And yeah, the cat is... The cat is not as good of a pet as a dog, in my opinion. But the litter box thing is the thing, that's all you do with a cat, is you change the box, you put the food out. Once you take the litter box out of it, you kind of don't even have a cat. Now there's just a jerk that lives in your house, a furry, you know. I'm busy right now.
The cat people are not going to be happy with you. We'll get a lot of letters. The jerk that lives in your house.
Well.
Now, did you find anything that you would want to buy in the catalog, anything at all?
I didn't really find anything that I wanted to buy, but I did, you know, it gets you thinking about ideas, and I feel like I've got some quality ideas now, not necessarily for products, but this whole Middle Eastern situation, I feel like I've got a handle on that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. No,
I know. Well, I can go a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
So the way I look at it is something's wrong with the roadmap, first of all, to peace. We may have it upside down.
Right.
Because it seems like we're going the wrong way with the bombing and the rocketing. So my plan is we got to get the Palestinians out of there. That's really the problem. They need someplace to go. Here's what I'm thinking. France.
You want to send the Palestinians to France?
Exactly. We get them out of the situation. We get a security deposit from them for France, because the Palestinians can be a little hard on their turf. So we send them to France, and then we send the French people to Israel, because that's a good match. The Israelis are very tough, and they love to fight, and the French enjoy surrendering.
So you'll feel like you get them together?
Yeah.
You've electrified people with this idea.
I know. It's a good plan. I mean, I don't have all the details worked out, but I'm also the person. Yes. No, I don't. I'm really the idea man on a lot of these things, and sometimes they go, sometimes they don't. I also had the idea of the timeshare girlfriend.
How does that work, the timeshare girlfriend?
Well, that's based on the idea that taking your girlfriend on vacation can be very expensive.
Right.
But if you could work out a deal with a guy who had a girlfriend in the place where you were going, that you could trade with him, then that would free up some money while you're there to spend on the dinner that you would have with the timeshare girlfriend. That's how I'm selling it to the ladies, because frankly, they're who's blocking me.
They're
yeah.
The guys are okay with
most
it.
of the guys on board for the timeshare girlfriend, but it's the ladies that are really the hard sell.
Why?
Yeah.
Why don't they listen to you? You have so many great ideas.
Something about having sex with a stranger. But guys are more into that. Although Fran Drescher, notable exception.
There's a lot of booze and pills involved in those stories. That's all I'm saying. To get a copy of Jake's CD or to find out where he's performing near you, go to, am I saying it correctly? JakeThis.com.
JakeThis.com.
JakeThis.com. Always funny. Jake Johannsen.
Thank you for
Thanks
having me.
doing the show. Very nice to have you. We'll take a break when we come back. Susie Terrell is here. All right, well, my next guest is in the midst of a world tour with Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. She is here tonight with a song from her debut solo album, White Lines. Please welcome Susie Terrell. Wow, that was great. Stop on a dime. Thank you very much. Susie Terrell, everyone will take a break. We'll be right back. Stick around. All right, everybody, that's our show. I do want to thank all my guests. Susie Terrell, that was fantastic. Thank you for doing it. Yeah, say hi to Max for us.
I will.
All right.
Thank you.
Big thanks to Jake Johannsen for stopping by. Thank you, Jake. You're a good man. Our thanks to Fran Drescher for coming by. And my eternal thanks to Mr. Entertainment, Bob Trzynski. Thank you, Bob. Jimmy Vivino and the Max Wine, Kirk Sevens. I did for last call with Garson Daly. Good night, everybody.
You should be mighty careful before speaking on behalf of somebody else's swollen colon. People get mighty desperate out there, Conan. Just take a look at this dramatic recreation of a random man on the street who gets caught at the height of a flare-up without any sweet white cream. Excuse me, friend. I have the roids. Do you have some lube?
No, sorry.
No lube? All right, well, here goes. Oh, yeah. That does it. That soothes my road.